Have you ever had that gut feeling she might like you, but you're not entirely sure? She gives off certain vibes, little signs here and there, but you second guess yourself because you don't want to misread the situation and make a fool of yourself. Here's the truth. Most women won't flat out tell you they're into you. They prefer to drop subtle clues, hoping you'll take the hint and make a move. Miss those signals and you might lose your shot altogether. So let's break down 5 clear signs she's waiting for you to take the lead. And trust me, if you notice these, it's not a coincidence. Sign number 1. She keeps finding reasons to be around you. Let's be honest, people don't just randomly show up in your space over and over again. If she always seems to be nearby, even when there's no clear reason for it, that's not just coincidence, that's intentional. Maybe she always ends up sitting next to you in a group, takes the long way around just to pass by you, or suddenly shows up at places where she knows you'll be. These aren't random acts. These are carefully crafted moves meant to get your attention without her having to say it outright. Women are naturally more cautious when it comes to putting themselves out there. Most won't walk up and say, "Hey, I'm into you." That's way too vulnerable. So instead, they work with what they've got: presence. By being around you more often, she's trying to build familiarity, create chances for interaction, and increase the odds that you'll make a move. She's creating opportunities for something to naturally unfold. Think about it. If she didn't enjoy your company, she'd avoid unnecessary interaction. She wouldn't go out of her way to be near you. But if she's constantly in your orbit, it means she feels safe, drawn to your energy, and is trying to spark some chemistry without putting pressure on you. So don't ignore it when you start seeing her pop up more often. That's your cue. And the way you respond can either move things forward or leave her wondering if you even noticed. If you're into her too, match that energy. Talk to her, engage, and be bold. Because sometimes being present is her way of saying, "I'm here. Now it's your move." Sign number 2. She keeps in touch. But it's not always direct. Women who are genuinely interested in a guy often won't say it outright. They'll hint at it by maintaining contact in the most subtle ways. Instead of sending a bold message like, "I miss you," she'll send a funny meme, ask you a random question about something you mentioned weeks ago, or text you something like, "This reminded me of you." It's her way of staying on your radar without being too forward. She wants to keep the connection alive, but she doesn't want to risk feeling rejected or coming off too strong. So instead, she drops breadcrumbs. Small, seemingly casual attempts to stay in your thoughts and invite you into conversation. Pay attention to who usually texts first. Is it her? Does she always find a reason to reach out, even if it's just a quick message or story? That's intentional. It shows she's thinking about you and wants to be part of your day, even if it's in a light, playful way. And here's the key: don't treat these messages as meaningless small talk. These are windows, openings she's giving you to deepen the connection. If you like her too, don't just respond with short, dry replies. Engage with her, keep the conversation flowing. Better yet, use it as an opportunity to suggest hanging out or talk about something meaningful, because the truth is, no woman keeps texting you just to be nice. If she's making consistent effort to keep in touch, she's waiting to see if you'll do more than just talk. She's hoping you'll take it somewhere real. Sign number 3. She drops hints about hanging out, but won't say it directly. One of the most telling signs that a woman wants you to make a move is when she starts mentioning things the two of you should someday do together. It might sound like, "I've been dying to check out that new coffee shop," or "We should totally go see that movie. It looks amazing." These comments might seem casual on the surface, but don't be fooled. They're not random. What she's really doing is creating a low-risk invitation. She's giving you a clear chance to step up and say, "Let's go." Women use this strategy because it allows them to express interest without putting themselves in a vulnerable position. If you brush it off, she can act like it was just a thought. But if you take the lead, she'll know you're tuned in. These open-ended invitations are her way of testing whether you're bold enough to act. It's like holding out the key to the door and waiting to see if you'll unlock it. And here's where most guys mess up. They smile, nod, say, "Yeah, that would be cool," and then move on. Don't be that guy. When she opens the door, walk through it. Say something like, "Let's do it, you free Saturday?" That small moment of decisiveness can make all the difference. She wants a man who can take initiative, someone who's not afraid to lead, because at the end of the day, she doesn't want to be the one chasing. She just wants to know she gave you the chance, and that you were man enough to take it. Sign number 4, her body language tells a bigger story than her words. When a woman is interested in you, her body will often say it louder than her mouth ever will. Why? Because body language is instinctive. It's something she can't fully control. So if you know what to look for, you'll start spotting clues that reveal how she truly feels. One of the biggest giveaways? Hair touching. If she's twirling her hair, adjusting her outfit, or brushing something off her shoulder while talking to you, she's not just fidgeting. She's subconsciously trying to draw your attention. It's a feminine, flirtatious behavior rooted in attraction. Next, pay attention to how she looks at you. Does she hold eye contact a little longer than normal, then glance away and smile? That playful, shy look isn't random. It's her way of showing she's tuned into you. She might lean in while you're talking, mirror your gestures, or orient her body toward you even in a group setting. Her feet pointing toward you? That's another unconscious signal that you're the center of her focus. Even subtle things, like her voice getting softer when she's talking to you, or her laughing just a little more than usual at your jokes, those are signs. They say, "I'm comfortable around you, and I want your attention." Here's the bottom line. You don't need to be a mind reader. Just pay attention to how her body behaves when you're around. If her energy shifts, if her movements soften, and if she keeps subtly inviting you in with her presence, that's her way of saying she's interested. Don't second guess it. Trust the vibe and lean into it. Sign number 5, she gets a little jealous, even if she hides it. Jealousy is one of those signs that women try to downplay, but when it shows up, it's incredibly revealing. If she likes you, she won't be thrilled hearing about other women in your life, even if she pretends she doesn't care. It might be the way her mood shifts when you casually mention a female friend or tell a story that involves another girl. She might go quiet, subtly change the subject, or joke about it. But there's an undertone of seriousness. That's the jealousy peeking through. Maybe she teases you like, "Wow, sounds like you and she had a fun time," with a slight edge in her voice. That's not random sarcasm. It's a sign she's trying to process her emotions while keeping her cool. She may not say it out loud, but deep down that reaction comes from possessiveness, a feeling of, "I don't like the idea of sharing your attention." And here's the key. You don't need to exploit this by intentionally trying to make her jealous. That's immature and usually backfires. But if you naturally notice she gets a little tense or acts differently when another woman enters the picture, take it as confirmation. It means she sees you as more than a friend, someone she doesn't want to lose to someone else. What she's waiting for is clarity from you. She's hoping you'll pick up on the emotional cue and respond with confidence by giving her your focus, your interest, and a reason not to worry about any other girl. So here's the truth, brother. If you're noticing even one of these signs, chances are it's not just in your head. She's not randomly texting you. She's not constantly showing up near you by coincidence. And she's definitely not getting jealous just for fun. Women are subtle, but they're intentional. They drop hints, test the waters, and wait for the right kind of man to step up. Not some guy who hesitates, overthinks, or waits for a neon sign. A real woman doesn't chase. She positions herself to be chosen, but only by the man who has the strength to lead. If you're always waiting for clearer signs, you'll be waiting forever. Attraction isn't about certainty. It's about courage. It's about recognizing the signals and acting before the moment passes. Because once it does, she'll assume you're not that into her, and she'll move on. So if you've seen her hang around more than usual, if she's always the first to text, if she gives you those flirty little invitations, shifts her body toward you, or gets a little jealous when other women come up, that's your moment. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back. Take the lead. Make a move. Be the man who notices the signs and acts on them. And if you want to unlock more powerful truths about attraction, women, and how to carry yourself like a man of value, subscribe now to Psychology Insight, because this is where you stop guessing and start winning.